You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me. You brought in this outside.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the visiting sideline, there's Chiefs head man Andy Reid. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Gets around him. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
They'll run. It's Rashard Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
The first down carry for Smith. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
But things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Smith once more. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stopped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Into space at the 45. And all the way out to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he's going to have it first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
On play action, here's Nims. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Nims going to give to Harvey. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run on first down. Luke. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's Nims. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's 4th. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Ford will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Point after try forthcoming. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 39-yard punt, giving a good 10 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Hey. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll go play action with Nims. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To throw. Here's Nims. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Nims from the shotgun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. There for the stop defensively, Nick Benito. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Mahomes. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, here's Nims. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, you're within a 2 on 3rd down. You're a little off balance.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the
To throw is Nims. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now it's Nims. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Bombers.
Nims to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Nims to the air. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Franklin. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Mahomes going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 14.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Nims. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Nims. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Down a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The Broncos say they have it. They do. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Off the play fake. Nims. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerome Ford, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Chiefs 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Shifts by him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Working to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 81 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Now
they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Broncos. Harold Fannin from 4 yards out. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Rice. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Running the slant, Gray with it. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
They keep it with Smith on first down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Butker's kick here is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Coleman will try up the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. On play action, here's Nims. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Nims. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think, at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now, the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup with 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be another 1st down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
10 yards. That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Inside handoff, Smith. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 41 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Luke. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
To throw is Nims. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And maybe out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Nims. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Nims. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. You can start stringing some runs together like this. You'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nims to the air. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Down the right sideline. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Harvey going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Zone read to give to Harvey. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Mahomes now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another
Mahomes going to throw.
Kansas City Chiefs.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The 1st down, Chiefs.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Pass intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. A handoff Coleman between the tackles. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're going to go with a tight end here on a running play. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Second down and 4. Handoff Coleman, right side. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Broncos, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.